Hi and welcome to Degen BJJ with me, Irish Mike, and my co-host
Ken.
How are you getting on?
Yeah, good mate. How you going?
I love it. That's the sound of a good podcast you're about to get.
Sound of half an hour of absolute tripe, I think. But
that's what the people want.
We'll only know once we've recorded.
I mean, if they've made it into this many episodes, they're definitely used to hearing absolute tripe anyway.
Exactly. I was amazed at the feedback we got off the back of.
Oh man, that was actually
last week's episode. Actually, after not doing one for 4 months, I thought
that was our best episode ever. We did the highest amount of episodes listened to in a day.
Oh, what? So first day of release, sort of.
Zach's was the other one. Zach's was the highest before that. It's beaten it by about 10.
You know what that means, mate? We should leave it 4 months between every time we record. It seems to be what the people actually want less of us.
Yeah, even though they say, "Oh, when are you doing a podcast again?" It's like they're just being nice. You're all too nice. Like, just say nothing. You know, we won't bother recording.
Say nothing, and it'll eventually peter out. But no, we do appreciate the people listening. It was nice to actually get some.
Yes, speaking of
get some replies.
Like getting replies, I put up a story there yesterday. I started taking my BPC 157 and TB 500 last night, so I just put up 2 bottles for the crack on my own page, and the amount of people that messaged me.
What, trying to buy them?
No, just like, what's the story with this? How are you getting out with that? Like, I've never got such a I've put up memes, that are fucking sometimes hilarious, and you get a good few people, whatever. But like, obviously that's not yours, man. The amount of people just asking me about BPC 157. A couple of like druggies out there, people that are, like. If I put up a bottle of test now, it'll be the next time. The next time I get one, see how many messages I get. Do you know what I mean? I won't say nothing. I keep all your names quiet.
Do you reckon that'll be a more profitable market than your rash guards?
Fuck me. Oh man, I'm actually about to take another hit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, another 400.
Are you going to get them spell checked first?
I've looked at them now.
What?
I've looked at them. I haven't paid. Can
you
yet.
Share them
after
after this? Yeah. Can you share them with me, please?
Yeah.
Because I don't ever want to break that news to you again. Because when I messaged you on you're aware that there's a typo in that image that you've shared?
Man, I gave one to Connor like fucking months ago, and and I didn't even realise it. Like.
Neither did he, mate.
Yeah, no. But I've refixed that one now. So that the thing is, I had a few cans on Saturday night, and got.
That's always conducive to good spelling.
Yeah, but the guy that misspelt those rash guards has promised to do 15 back, like, even though there was 22 or something, or 12, something like that. So I've just.
But
that was months ago.
That's quite a big difference, because if he's doing you 15 when they were 12.
No, I mean 12 or 15, like.
Oh, he's going to do 12 or 15 when they were 22, so you're going to get like.
No, I'm saying like. I mean, there was 22 spelled wrong.
Yeah.
And he's going to replace 12 of them.
Okay, plus the additional order that you're doing.
I'm not ordering off him. That's off the original guy that made the good ones that we had.
Oh, nice. The original Italia ones.
They've gone up
the
in
best
price.
Ones yet.
They've gone up in price massively.
Of course they have.
Like, massively. Like. And I've asked for the elastic on the bottom. Do you know the elastic stop lighting up? And I'm getting 1 pair of shorts made to see what the shorts are like the Scramble ones with the compressive shorts on the inside. And I'm getting a hoodie made as well for the crack. But it's...
Fucking hell, mate.
Just to see.
Oh, the apparel mics and they're big in the game now.
See, it's actually the exact same as this Progress hoodie. I've just put DGN instead of PRG.
I like the fact you haven't tried to... You're like, yeah, we're ripping off Scramble, we're ripping off Progress.
Scramble is my favourite brand to rip off, but I mean, who are they ripping off? Like, nothing they've done is like, you copy the football jersey, you just put it in different colours. Like.
There are no new ideas, mate. That's what they say, aren't they? It's all,
like, I'm just legitimately out there saying, like, I've taken, what do you say, inspiration from what you've done.
That's it. In many ways, you could say you're actually paying homage to your favourite brand.
Man, if Scramble want to sponsor me, I'll stop making rash guards. For the one free rash guard I get a year or something, it'd be a lot more profitable than what's going on right now. I'd be up like
we'd love to 10%. Not be creating fakes of your products. Imagine.
I mean, if there was anyone I'd love to create fakes of, it's your brand. Would you sponsor us?
There's only one way to get these fakes out of the market. Sponsor us.
That's true, but it doesn't say Scramble. Your man that sent me the stuff last time actually sent me a show your old one. He's like, "Do you want to show your old rash guard?" And I was like, "What?" Lads, it's fucking immaculate. It's really good. Like, actually, might fit you. I'll give it to you.
Oh, they sent you it?
Yeah, I have it. Like, it's he says, "I have a show you," and I was like, maybe he did do the stuff for sure. I don't fucking know, because it's all that stuff is made in that.
Sure, they do the stuff. They probably do the stuff for show your role. No way, it's someone's getting.
Oh no,
counterfeit show your role rash guards.
No, I'm saying like he is counterfeiting it, but maybe they make it. Who fucking knows? Everything comes from that area of Pakistan, Silcot or Sil something, and where 90% of all this stuff that goes out comes from like. But yeah. So hopefully steamed up. He said, "Oh yes, sir, we'll send it back to you," because he was supposed to send it in November, and hopefully, sure, if I get 12 of them, and I can move a few of them, like I discussed, it'll be nice. Some nice ones that people might actually want to buy. So,
I look forward to seeing.
If I can sell like fucking 20 rash guards, I'll be all right. Like, but that's never going to happen. Like, my designs are not that great.
I'm looking forward to seeing the progress of it and how. Whatever, like, look.
If anything,
regardless of whether you sell any rash guards or not, we know we're going to have a good story out of it.
There's going to get content out of it.
There's going to be something funny we can talk about throughout this process.
I mean, it's costing me a lot of money just to have a 10-minute conversation out of it.
Bring it on, mate.
Actually, another thing.
These jokes will go on for years, mate.
I got an email.
Like, not necessarily on the podcast, but the amount of personal banter we can give you for this. Level of
I got an email then off some crowd like, oh, we'd like to grow, would you like to grow your podcast and stuff? And I was like, all right, yeah, okay, come on. And they said, like, we helped this crowd grow and they got blah 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 and pulled in this amount of revenue. And I said, yeah, okay, like what's the process in this? And it's like, you pay $2,500 for 4 episodes and we monitor it. And I was like, oh yeah, get fucked. Like, I'm down fucking 800 quid in rash guards. Like, what the fuck?
Everyone. I don't know, it's a big thing, like I see everyone on social media now. Everyone wants to be a coach, right? Like whatever hobbies you look at on social media, you will get adverts where it's like, I help these people build this, I help that. And it's always like, they always have the same like profile layouts where it's like kind of 3 bullet points with emojis. I saw one today that was like the peak of this for me, where it was like, I help people become successful coaches. So like, it was like, effectively a sales pitch was like, don't worry if you've got no discernible skills. Don't worry if you don't have any unique selling point. Sign up to my course and we'll find something that you can then...
Yeah, it's basically
that you can then pretend to be an expert of and sell to... It's like, yeah.
Snake oil salesman. Yeah, I mean, he probably just runs it through AI, like, and fucking...
100%, mate. It's just, yeah.
It's like, do you know, now that you said advertisements, I have to, like, put this out there because it can't just be only me. Creatine gummies. Is everybody getting that fucking ad on Instagram every fucking time they open up the phone? I must see a creatine gummy ad. I can't think of over something. I must see it 10 times a day, this ad. And another thing, what's the other one? This gut health. Do you know the way it's saying? Your beer belly isn't really a beer belly. You take our product and you lose,
bruv.
You know. I think it's designed to me because my beer belly is something that I fucking actually would love to lose, but like I'm not going to put any work in. Just insert X steroid would be the best way to get rid of it for me. But then the creatine thing, I was actually thinking about getting creatine for a long time, and I have creatine at home now, and I've been taking it to class. We spoke about it last week or 2 weeks ago. So like I'm like, but they're still hitting me with these ads, and I thought like it can't just be me; it must be everyone. Like.
The gummies I've had a few for, but not like it's not.
Yes, only the gummies. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, honestly, the main thing I get is these life coaches, these different styles of life coach that are trying to sell me like, you know, a way to turn around my business that I don't have yet and stuff like that. I think I got a bit obsessed with them. I went down a bit of a rabbit hole of like being like, wow, there are actually like people that sell courses on how to create a course, which is like, you know, that peak ridiculousness for me. But I think because I've done that, my algorithm is now fucking full of them. So now all I get is that. But
if there's any listeners as well have any funny ones next, we might throw up a question to see if you've got any like weird ads that keep popping up.
Honestly, I don't know what it is, but the last 6 months or so, like Instagram especially, that's really the only social media I use. It's become pretty much unusable. Like, you know, most of my feed is just people I don't actually know, even though I've tried to like kind of reduce my follow account for people to focus on people that I know, or like at least, you know, jiu-jitsu stuff that I actually want to look at. And it's like, it's all crap.
There's an AI running it kind of in the background of it now, isn't it? That Meta AI is there. There's a thing on the top always you can ask it a question, but I've never engaged with it, so I don't know how it works.
I'd rather just focus on real life, to be honest.
Yeah, don't have enough time for fucking.
Yeah, like, it's a time thief as well, isn't it? I always call that. Like you're being on the phone for, you think it's 10 minutes, and you're like, fucking hell.
Yeah, I think like I do like I don't know, is it 4 hours a day? But I do use my phone a lot at work for like taking pictures and stuff.
That's not bad, mate. Like I've started monitoring my screen time, and like you know, an average day for me is like for about 4 hours. And
I try to put it down when I come in the door, but obviously then when I go to bed, I pick it up and I'll be on it then for about it. I go through eBay looking at cars I'm never going to buy. I used to do this shit when I was fucking 19 with the Auto Trader.
Window shopping, nothing wrong with that, mate.
Yeah, but anyway, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, 10 minutes. 10 minutes of absolute tribe, and we can go on to a couple of away days in the last little. Well, what was it? 3 weeks? It was meant to be 2 weeks, but it's been 3 weeks because of sickness. So you ended up going to Bournemouth, and I went to Morocco.
Yeah, how was that? Let's do the more exciting one first.
Yeah, so Morocco itself was cool, man. I'm glad I went. Like
you were over there for family, wasn't it?
Yeah, give you the context. My mum's always wanted to go since she was like 18. She's always wanted to go, and my old man's never been overly keen on it. And he decided for her 70th to be like, yeah, we'll do the holiday to Morocco. So it was me, my missus, my mum, my dad, and then two of their good mates who were in their 60s
right, okay.
that I've known for a few years anyway.
Yeah.
Like when my parents lived on a canal boat, these people lived on a boat near them, so they know each other from
river pikes,
from boat life. Yeah, all that all canal travellers, and yeah, so we did the trip, and like it was wicked, mate. I'd recommend to anyone to go and visit Morocco. It's a really cool. For 3.5 hours flight from the UK, there aren't many places that you can go that feel like, you know, most of the places you'll go within 3.5 hours will be
kind of European city,
or it will be like Madeira, Tenerife, those sort of islands where it's like, although it's an island, it's been a European colony for so long that it feels like an extension of Spain or Portugal.
Yeah. Like you can kind of go somewhere they speak English and it's kind of similar cultures, but not drastically different.
Whereas like that was like going to it was similar culture shock you get when you're going to, you know, South America or Southeast Asia, where, you know, you get a real feel that life works differently there compared to home. But it was we had a good holiday. Like the day I went to train, it was a bit of an ordeal really. So I'll go through all of it. So the first thing, like, I had to get up and then get a cab to because where we were staying was in the old town, right? So like within the town walls, like the old.
It's always the best place to stay when you visit another country.
Yeah, like it's super tourist centre, like all the stuff you want to see, like the markets and that, like all the old mosques and stuff to go look around, all that. And it's pretty geared up for tourists. That people will usually speak decent English or French if they like, you know, Arabic's the main, or the Moroccan Arabic's the main language there, but they'll speak, most people in that area spoke decent English and decent French, so you can get by. Whereas once you go out of that, there's a lot less English speaking people, right? So I had to get this cab. And
is it one of them areas that's like where the tourist hub is touristy, and then like you go 5 miles outside and they don't give a fuck about tourists, like?
If you're on the right routes, like we went into the mountains for a bit, and that was like well outside of the city, and that was like very much their main source of income is clearly still tourism, right? Yeah. So they are geared up for it. But if you go to like some of the little towns and villages in between, they're not going to give zero. And
they don't care, like, because their business progresses without the money, like.
I don't care at all. But like, so to be fair, like one of the things that was like draining there was everything is a negotiation, right? Like
I've heard this.
Most of the places you go won't have prices on anything, and it will just be like, it will be a negotiation. Which, if you like, and I'm used to it from like South America, right? I'm used to paying the gringo tax, and you know, in Southeast Asia you pay a bit more as a traveller, like, and you get that, but. It was to a ridiculous level, right? So this day that I wanted to do jiu-jitsu, I get up early one morning because the class is I think the class was at 10. The schedule was at 10. Like I'd messaged, like I always do, I'd messaged the coach before I went out there, and he'd like sent me the schedule and told me when they train. And I was like, oh, like he sent me the schedule. I was like, oh, is it all gi or is some of them no gi? He's like, we train both. Like, didn't didn't tell me which classes are which.
It's an open mat.
I was fantastic. I'll bring both then. I won't. It felt like, when you've gone back and forth with someone a few times. And
sometimes you just don't want to
getting tired of my questions here. I'm probably going to have to do jiu-jitsu with them at some point.
That thing about other cultures as well, they're kind of more just upfront. It's like, we do both. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, you didn't.
You're not telling me which classes are which, but yeah. So they had a couple of morning classes, and one of the days when we had nothing on, I got up early, went and had breakfast, and then went to the town, the old square, to get a cab over to jiu-jitsu. So the jiu-jitsu place is outside of the kind of where tourists will be going, right? So I say to this guy, like, how much is a taxi? And he's like, 300 dirham. And I was like,
what would that be in pounds?
So it's about 12 to 1, like so 120 is going to be about a tenner. So it's about 25 quid, right? Bearing in mind, I got a cab from the taxi a cab from the airport 3 days earlier, and that cost me like 100 dirhams, right?
How much was the difference?
For a little bit of a further distance.
Oh, okay.
So I was like,
nah.
I was like, mate, I know that isn't the price. And then they hit you with today's a special school holiday, so the prices have gone up. And I'm like, all right. So I walk onto the next cabbie, and eventually I get one that's like straight off the bat, it's like 70 dirhams, and I'm like, you know what?
Good man.
I'm probably paying double what a local would, but that seems like a more reasonable price.
I'm going to be ringing you to get back, mate.
So I get in the taxi, and this happened multiple times while I was out there. Like, these guys will have 3 or 4 sentences that they speak in English that they have learnt brilliantly, to the point where they'll almost say it with an accent. So you'll be like, oh, this guy speaks good English. Yeah. And you'll be like half a mile down the road, you'll have gone through the 3, back and forths that he can have. And then you go and you ask him a question, or you go slightly...
Something, yeah.
And it's like, oh, this guy doesn't... So I've got no phone service out there. This guy doesn't really know where we're going in a cab. None of the cabs have GPS. They're all old cabs. So thankfully I've pinned it on my Google Maps, the location of it, like where you can put like a specific pin on. So although I don't have signal, we can see where it is on the map. So he's like got my phone in one hand. He's like driving,
not looking at the road,
not looking at the road. And I'm like, I've also been told it is a sort of place where, like, for example, the snake charmers in the square will be like, oh, can I take your phone? I'll get a photo of you, and then they'll be
run away.
400 dirham. For your phone back, so they'll charge you like a big price to get your phone. So I'm all like, partly a little bit like nervous that I don't know where I'm going in it. Although I've trained abroad a lot, like going, some countries you feel a bit more like when I first went and trained in Brazil, there was definitely more of a like, oh, I feel a little bit out of my depth in this neighbourhood than I necessarily would.
You spoke about that before, in one of the earlier episodes.
And it was a bit the same there. It was like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't really know anything about Marrakech. My French is non-existent. My Arabic is even worse. Yeah. And I'm now getting this taxi to the arse end of nowhere, and it's dawning on me like, oh shit, it's really easy to get a taxi from the old town square. But when I get there, I'm going to be in a local neighbourhood. This taxi driver's going to drop me off. I'm going to train jiu-jitsu, and then I'm going to be stuck in this local neighbourhood trying to get a taxi home.
Yeah.
So all of that's going on. But to his credit, he got me there. He got me there safe and sound, the cabbie, and. Obviously, when I went to pay him, didn't have any change, so he ended up getting a nice little tip off the back of it.
Yeah, of course he does.
So I nearly ended up paying more than I planned. But either way, that's the taxes you pay when you're in these countries. So ended up getting there. Clock got there at probably about 10:45, 10 to 10.
It's supposed to start at 10, is it?
It's supposed to start at 10. It's all locked up. There's like a big sign on the front for like Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu and everything.
So you're going, it's not even open yet. It's one of these places where you just come on at any time, like Brazil, Spain, all this, where people are like they're doing the Lucas North on it. They're walking into the class at 20 past 10, like. So 10 o'clock rolls around. Still no one there. I've got no service to text the coach. Like the signage and stuff is all there, so I'm like, this has to be the right location. It's like there's a big old. It's not like a little temporary sign. It's a big old permanent sign, and it's like Muay Thai, MMA, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling. Like they do loads of martial arts there. Getting attacked by a plant. Yeah, it actually fucking stuck me.
It does.
Ken has a plant here that's like kind of like the grass with the pine at the end of it.
And they don't. Careful, you'll have your eye out there. So, I sat you there and she's just
fucking needles.
Stabbed by a plant the whole way through.
Sorry.
But yeah, so they haven't turned up, and I'm literally of a moment like I'm like, well, I guess like for whatever reason there's no training going on. I'm gonna have to find a cab and get myself home. And then this fellow rocks up, this French geezer, Really sound guy. Speaks. He was the first person to turn up, because out of everyone that I trained with that day, he had significantly the best English. Like, he's living out there. I actually said he runs a clothing brand called so on Instagram it's Amour AMOUR the brand as one word. Okay. It's like kind of cool stuff. It's like got a Moroccan vibe, but also that sort of beachy. Like you could wear it at a festival. But anyway, he's living out there running that, and he turns up and he's like, oh sorry, the head coach is away today, so we've got.
Does he do rash guards?
So we've got one of the brown belts is taking the class, but like he's like, when the head coach is away, you never know when people are going to turn up. So he calls the fella and is like, oh, by the way, it's 20 minutes. I'll be there in 20 minutes. So as we're waiting, everyone starts kind of turning up, and eventually this geezer rocks up, opens up the gym. We get in, and I did a little video of it that I collabed with the Degen page. So that anyone who listens, give that a watch. But like, we go up these stairs, and the mat space is probably about 4 times what I expected it to be. Okay. You've probably got a good 10 by 3 mat space, like 10 meters by 3 meters, maybe even longer in length. And you've got changing rooms, you've got showers, you've got the whole shebang. So they don't put a timer on. Everyone starts like warming themselves up, and like every gym's got different etiquette and different rules, right? Yeah. So like, I've been to gyms before, and the last place I trained like abroad was at that
Portugal, wasn't it?
And it was a proper like Gracie Lisboa, so like a gym that's very much about a lot of the old school etiquette stuff, where you don't go onto the mat until the head coach brings you on and stuff like that. And I definitely made a few faux pas there, because I'm so used to the more relaxed. I know some people will say mat house isn't relaxed, but trust me, go and train at a super traditional gym.
Man, my first thing when I do mat house, if I'm there at 6:10 and there's someone else in the mat like Bobby Anikoff or Aidan, I just start grabbing them and start going straight into the fucking standing roll.
Yeah. There's none of the like overform stuff in terms of the rules and that. But yeah, so I was waiting to go onto the mat, and the guy's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Come here!" And it's like, brings me over, and it's like, "So, would you like to teach your technique? Have you got a favourite technique or something that you want to teach?" And I was like, "You know how bad I am at this. Like, if I haven't done some prep for the podcast, how nervous."
People probably don't realise, even to talk to you, like how nervous you get about things that like you're underprepared for. Like
So like
you like to have control.
Imagine the first time I've ever taught jiu-jitsu, doing it without like having any plan beforehand.
In a different gym where you don't really hear
where someone's probably going to have to translate for me throughout. So I was like, no man, I'm here on holiday. I was like, let's just do some jiu-jitsu. And he's like, all right, cool. We'll just because the coach isn't here, we'll just put a timer on and roll. And I was like, perfect. Because like, to be honest, like, although I love training while I'm away, I'm not necessarily looking to like learn too much. It's nice.
Yeah, it's only a bit of fun.
It's nice. Holiday. It's nice to get a sweat on while you're on holiday. It's nice to get some reps while you're on holiday, and it's nice to like play some jiu-jitsu against people that play a very different game to you, because they've learned a very, very different game. Like
100%.
So that was perfect. So they put a timer on. Bearing in mind, by the time everyone's warmed up and the class has got going, it's like must be quarter to 11, and the class was supposed to be on from 10 till 11. So I spoke to the French guy, like, when's this going to finish? He's like, when it finishes.
Do you know what though? That's fantastic.
He's like, it might be an hour, it might be longer. And then they end up pairing us up, and we get some good rounds in, man. Like it was really good. Like a lot of the guys there were white belts, so they were pretty fresh. But with the higher belts I rolled with, I had some really good rounds where it's like I think I underestimated what I expected jiu-jitsu to be in Morocco.
Is this anything to do now with you taking it easy with knee injury?
Oh, I think we were all taking it relatively easy. To be fair, the coach, or the guy that was standing in for the coach, the brown belt, did get a really nice dog bar on my recently operated knee. That was the thing as well, actually. Like, normally I would explain to people, oh, by the way, I've recently had surgery. I'm just like, if the head coach had been there, I'd have told him at the start of the class. But because of the way it was a bit of a shambles getting started, and we were in so late, I forgot to tell people, right? And I'd rolled with everyone, right? I'd rolled with everyone, and I'd kind of like, been light and flowy, been quite technical, but like done all right with everyone. And then like, I have a round with him, and he gets a really nice like dog bar on me where he like drops his hips into it, and I verbally tap quite loud. And like, it got a nice crunch out of my knee, and it got a good yelp. He got a good yelp out of that. And he's super apologetic, really sound guy. Like straight away, I can tell that he's got no intention to hurt me. But he was like,
he didn't jump on it. Like,
he kind of said to me, he was like, well, you defended, because he tried it once early in the round, and I defended it. Mm-hmm. And he was like, well, you defended it so well the first time, I had to just like slap it on the second. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, okay. We had another round where I definitely felt like I settled the score on that one.
All right,
gave him a bit more of a comp go, and we had a good round. But and then a few of the lads that I had rolled with asked me to show them specific things I'd done in the round, and then the French fella whose brand I shouted out was like, "Oh mate, if you're going back to the Medina, I can drop you halfway there," and I was like,
This is cool if I don't get robbed.
I was like, phenomenal. Like, no, because this guy had already had a bit of a bond with, like, he'd like been to London, and we chatted for about 30 minutes while we were waiting for everyone else to turn up.
French Moroccan friend.
That's it, mate. That's it.
Are you pen pals now?
We're on Instagram. That's about it. We like each other's stories, but you know what? Modern pen pals are. Like, if ever I see him in the UK, I'll drop him a message and be like, "Do you fancy doing some jiu-jitsu?" And that'll be the extent of our friendship for forevermore. Now I've got plenty of those mates from travelling and training. Too many, yeah. But yeah, so what looked like a bit of a car crash of a session ended up, being a really, really fun session. And then that guy gave me a lift home. As I was trying to pay on the way out, they refused to take any money from me, which is always safe. And because the coach had told me the price, and I was like, "Are you going to get in trouble with the black belt when he sees my video of me training with you lot, and then there's no money?" He's like, "No, he wasn't going to charge you either." And I was like, so he just. That's cool. I rate that. Like, he kind of, there's obviously a drop in price, and if I was training there like regularly dropping in, but if it's just once in my holiday, then
it's different if you go there 3 or 4 times. Like, you know what I mean?
They're not. But it was. So I actually haven't mentioned the names of them. So it's MBT is the name of the club, the Moroccan Badgers Team.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, I'll tag it in the mentions here because I can't remember what their full handle is, but I think it might be like MBT.team or MBT.Marrakech, something like that.
Badger is a kind of a cool animal to pick.
Yeah, and they got like on the back wall, they've got this honey badger, which is.
What's a honey badger? I was going to ask you that because it was like badgers are cool, but honey badgers are like the most ferocious.
So on the back wall, they've got like this. It almost looks like like some of the Warhammer 40k artwork, where it's like so it's like this badger like on the corpse of a slain enemy with a Moroccan flag behind it. It's rad. I'll send you it. It's kind of cool. Actually, I think I've got a picture of it. We can use definitely it for the artwork for this episode. Episode. But I had my nerves heading out there, and obviously the session nearly didn't start. But in the end, super welcoming, super friendly. Definitely, if I went back to Morocco, I'd recommend anyone that, because Morocco is the sort of place where if you might go for a long weekend or whatever with the missus, you can get a cab easily there and back, and the people are pretty safe, and it was really good training, to be honest. Really nice mat space, and not much else to say really, but it was nice to get.
What do you think? So, like honey badger, right? That's one of the coolest animals you can probably pick for a club. What would you think would be like above that or worse? What's the worst you could pick? Do you know any like fucking clubs that have a shit logo? Or like even what would be a shit logo?
Just baiting me into shitting on people.
Well, no, like they picked the logo. It's not your fault.
But
that's
like giving someone abuse for.
Yeah, but like I mean, like some clubs change their logos. You know what I mean, and have great logos and then change them to not so great logos.
I don't know, mate. I don't know what makes a good or bad logo. Like I said,
like a goldfish should be a fairly shit logo, wouldn't it? Do you know what? Actually, a shark would be shit, because the way people keep saying I'm the shark in your duo.
There's a lot of clubs that have that. Maybe are there a lot? There's a few. The triangle's the most popular thing in jiu-jitsu, isn't it? Like,
what's that supposed to be? Because of equal.
So many clubs have a variation of the triangle. Like,
is that a Gracie thing though?
I think that where it started. I know that some of the like older Gracie gyms have it, and then a lot of them.
It kind of gets adopted then, doesn't it?
More modern ones do.
Like, as a homage,
I did like. I think back when I was really fresh in jiu-jitsu, I did read about it. It's something to do with the
Well, the triangle is equal, isn't it? So it's
having like a solid base, and then whatever way you look at a triangle from, it's still the same. But
it's all these things for triangle meanings it's found throughout history even or whatever.
Yeah. But triangle, in terms of animals, I think like anything that
I don't think I haven't come across anywhere like that I've thought have been shit. But like I'm saying, like just as we were talking there, like I was thinking the way people say, I'm a shark and the ground is my ocean. Like if you have a shark in your thing, that's disgusting. Like because that's what everybody will think, and you just think you're all sharks in the ocean. You know.
I'm glad that we're doing jiu-jitsu in a point where that kind of like that rhetoric is like died a bit, or like most of the people.
Was it ever alive?
Most of the people doing jiu-jitsu now look back on that sort of. I'm pretty sure when I feel like.
Is that like tap out time kind of stuff? Like when tap out would be.
I feel like maybe, yeah. I feel like maybe, but I still feel like
like
I've met some people.
They're quoting what's that fucking Japanese fucking dude, and he says
Miyamoto Musashi.
Yeah, he's like, you're better to be a warrior in the garden and whatever. Like this, like there's some gardens you don't want to walk into in a council estate, and they ain't warriors. You get fucking stabbed up, mate.
That's what you need to be.
This is a grow house.
That's why you need to be a warrior in a garden, mate. I think honestly, bruv, I think there is a certain percentage of people that still do jiu-jitsu and still see themselves in that way.
Do you think that's a club thing, or do you think it's an individual thing?
Little both.
I suppose it's individual to each, isn't it?
I guess, like, if you're an individual that thinks that way and you've got a club that embodies that ethos, you're going to probably be more drawn to that club than like going to train at Craig Jones, like B Team vibes, where it's like we treat everything as a joke.
Do you think it's funny, like how all the stereotypes of jiu-jitsu do apply? Like there are places where like the coaches fuck all the students, and there are places like where you have to bow to pictures and stuff like that, and then like all these things that you think would kind of be gone. And like I know people there's all these things where they're trying to say the gi is dead and everyone knows it's not, but like somehow it's
stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason though, right?
But it's controversial to say like people are saying the gi isn't dead, like people are trying to say this now, but like it's not, like it's just no gi is a bit more popular and that's the way it is.
Look, the whole sport is growing. If you look at like the last 2 years, Masters Worlds and like Worlds have been some of the biggest events they've ever been, right?
Yeah. I mean, because everybody always...
It's not dying, like...
No, but everybody makes this correlation then, like, to that, anyone that's won the Worlds in ADCC or whatever, like the head guys, like the main groups, they've also won it in the gi, something, Worlds in gi or something. Like, they've come from gi. It's not like they've trained nothing but no gi. All their, like, the best in the world have done gi as well. Has Gordon Ryan done gi?
Not at a high level at all, no.
Okay. So maybe
like that, a lot of those guys that came out of like the DDS, like when it was still the DDS, were no-gi only specialists, and that was kind of what it was. Them that kind of, because the old ethos, like old logic, used to be you should train in the gi because it will make your no-gi better, which is obviously retarded.
I think it kind of like. I don't know. I think like if you do one, it helps the other no matter what. But like,
I think it's all grappling though, right?
Yeah.
So like, if you do grappling, you're gonna get better at grappling. But like, if you want to be the best at a certain rule set, you should definitely just practice that rule set. Like,
yeah, okay.
And I think I definitely think when you're newer, gi can be easier to get comfortable with because it's easier to slow down. It's just by definition of all the material, not by definition, but because of all the material, it happens more slowly.
Yeah, I swing back and forth on like what I think I actually am better at.
Because of the extra friction.
Like I do way more. Like I train way more gi anyway, as opposed to no gi, and like I actually go back and forth on how good I am at both, because I think I'm shit at both. Like if we're honest, but like the varying degrees of shit I am, it's like sometimes I feel like fuck me, man.
If you're training mostly at Mat House though, because we have something like 3-to-1 options of gi to no gi.
Yeah.
Like I definitely, when I came to Dom's place, feel I was better at no gi than gi.
Oh, okay.
And bearing in mind I'd been doing about 2 years of jiu-jitsu, and a year of that was backpacking. So I'd done like really a year of jiu-jitsu plus a few drop-ins. So like I didn't really know much, but what I did know was I was better at no gi.
I like no gi more, but I feel I'm better at gi.
But definitely from training there, the gi's I've got better at it just because it's what I train more often. I think what you train more, you're going to be better at. But I don't really.
I don't care either one for one or the other. I like them both, and I never pick. Like.
So I like playing poker, right? Like and I will play. I'll play Omaha. I'll play Texas Hold'em. I'll play stud. You know, if I'm
I'm a Texas Hold'em man. I'm not.
If the cards are flying and there's chips
7
about,
cards is too much.
Then I'll play the game because I enjoy the strategy game of it. And it's like, you know, they're different rule sets for the same game, and that's how I see gi and no gi. It's like I don't understand why we have this tribe. I guess tribalism gets fans to engage, right? You know, like
I think that's exactly what it is. I think in this day and age, it's just clicks.
Yeah.
Because like I mean, if you love jiu-jitsu, you love both. And like, even Lucas, been on the podcast episode 5, friend of ours, black belt, but he was always mostly no-gi, and like he's doing a lot more running.
Yeah, we've made him love the gi again. I gifted him a gi and it made him fall in love with the gig, and it was a blessed gi, that magical journey that it's taken him on. What I was going to say as well for beginners as well, I think having extra grip options is just, you know, especially when you don't know where to grip or how to grip, just having something you can hang on to.
Slow down.
It's reassuring, you know, and I think I'd like, and I know lots of places now will go straight into no-gi. It'll be your first class will be no-gi, and there's lots of no-gi only gyms now.
Yeah, Treaty is no-gi only back in Limerick.
Yeah, of course it is. Andy
Tom Halpin's.
Yeah, the place that Andy trains at. I mean, not.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Tom Halpin's the head coach. But yeah, I like how our place does it, especially for brand new beginners that have never grappled at all. I think doing a little bit of gi before you go do no-gi does help.
I think the true stripe rule is brilliant. I actually think that's, and Roger, when he was there, like, or Hodger, if you want to, I ain't fucking ever, and it's probably disrespectful that I don't say Hodger, but he said, like, he doesn't believe people should start no-gi till blue belt. And that's, he said that below on a seminar one time.
Yeah.
So, like,
I remember him saying that.
Why are you looking at me eyes like that?
I'm sure he's got millions of reasons for why he wants
millions of reasons.
He's got millions of reasons why he wants
big bank account.
Keep people attending his classes for as long as possible.
And here it's working.
Because he knows
he's the goat as well. Like, so.
It's a way of keeping them. It reduces your dropout rate at blue belt, because if you give them something new, you know, a lot of people get to blue belt and quit. Whereas if you don't let them, let them train no-gi to blue belt, it's like, look, now you've got this new element of the game to learn.
That's fucking class.
I don't know if that's true.
If you just made that up right now, that's actually fucking groundbreaking. Purely
just off this half a tap social.
What is that? Like with all these fancy colours?
It's actually well cool. So Mike, just to digress from the actual jiu-jitsu chat, Mike's just picked up the beer I'm drinking. It's called Tap Social, criminally good beer. It's a social enterprise that works out of prisons. So like prisoners and prison leavers, like
definitely cum or spit inside.
Training them how to brew as part of their
that
kind
is
of
definitely the one beer I would not drink.
It's brewed in Oxford. It's banging. Yeah.
I mean, just saying it's brewed in Oxford just because you're putting that
nice little fruity number. I'm just kind of reading the label to you, mate.
I know, but like when they said it's made from criminals, like
it's not made from criminals.
By criminals. By criminals from criminals. That's how we sort this fucking problem out.
By criminals. From criminals for criminals.
We're not going to deport all illegal immigrants anymore. We're just going to can them and let Englishmen drink them.
Yeah, I like it.
This has a nice South American flavour, possibly a Brazilian that done a stabbing. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, that escalated quickly. Where were we? Oh, no-gi and gi.
Yeah, sorry, I digress.
So we got to Morocco onto that somehow.
Yeah, so actually just talking about like away days, and we were just speaking about how you gifted Lucas a gi. Just a quick, like I did an away day at Pinewood Saturday in the gi that you gifted Lucas, because I'm so used to going to Pinewood and doing no gi that I thought it was no gi class on Saturday. Yeah, and I turned up like
40
early.
bastards there, all wearing gis, and you're like...
Yeah, I turned up early like I always do, because, you know, that's what you do. And Lucas was late, fashionably, as he always was, but was even more late because I bought no gi gear to a gi class. And I'm just looking at everyone, and I rang Lucas up and said, like, is this a gi class? And he's like, yeah, it's Saturday. What are you talking about? And I was like, yeah, I didn't bring a gi. I thought, like, Pinewood, no gi.
Do they not have a spare one they could just chuck you?
Well, no, because everyone comes there. It's not really.
Oh, it's a judo club, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you'd have been wearing like. I wish they'd have given you a judo gi to wear.
But no, it's good class, and fuck, I can't remember the guy that ran it now. It began with an A, and I hope I don't get too much shit for that. But Carson's lads are all sound, and
I've never been yet to Pinewood. I'm hoping to come along in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, but I'll do another one on Saturday.
Do another one of those little gym tour video things as well, so that people can get a bit of an oversight of how it looks. And
Yeah, they had Lara, Sean's missus, that she got her purple recently. Like, she was doing the video.
Did she?
That's
sick for her. Shout out.
Good,
yeah, that's really good for her.
So, like, she got her, but she was going around taking pictures, and it's just like Sean was just fucking annihilating me in the corner, and he's like it's like she was there for a while, and like all I could do was laugh because like the camera's on me while he's like choking the shit out of me, like the gi was across my chin, and it was just he's just working like until it's going across my neck, like when he decides it's going to happen, and like the camera's just there, and I can't wait if the photos come out, like they're going to be just absolutely terrible, but yeah, had some good moments, and like it was actually a big class, and it was a good crack, like, and I got it, you know, Sean called me for roll, and because they let obviously the black belts, there was like 6 black belts there, and they called their rolls, and like I got called for 2, which is kind of cool that they'd waste their time with me, like, you know, and I do a bit of shit talking while I'm getting fucked up, so I have to make it entertaining sometime. I mean, I'm not a good role for them at my level, so like at least if you give them a bit of shit, you know, a bit of bad talking, like it helps. And I had a good go with Luke, young Luke, Lucas's mate, and like he fucked me up as well. And then I had a white belt past my guard during the positional, because I'm trying to play my guard now, ain't I?
I was saying, yeah, at the open mat on Sunday, for the first time ever, I saw you use your legs to try and stop an opponent getting to side control, which is like the first time I've ever seen you even. I mean, it didn't last long.
Who knew? Yeah, and he got side control.
It's the first time I've ever seen you attempt to play any form of like guard.
I did guillotine him twice though, so like fucking.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not saying on you.
And I'm actually not saying fucking because like it's like it's not good. Like it was just like.
It's all training, eh?
Yeah, it's all good.
So.
But yeah, I suppose Bournemouth, yeah, Ippon Gym.
I wanted to go to that, but Ippon's been on. Haven't told you this, but Ippon's been on my list of places to train for like over a year. Like I was meant to train there. When I dislocated my shoulder, I was meant to train there on that holiday when I was.
You were down there.
Because I was down there and I was going to go. There was.
You time booked away down there. You were down there for like. Over a weekend or a week or something?
Over a week, yeah. It was like I was there with my parents and the missus. It was like 10 days we were there. So I had a couple of gyms around the Bournemouth's actually got quite a good jiu-jitsu scene. So
the south is kind of alive. Like there's a lot of it's live with the sound of jiu-jitsu.
But I mean, like if you're gonna set up a gym, right? Like picking a town that's in a seaside, like especially back when now the market's getting a little bit more saturated. I guess if you're gonna set up a jiu-jitsu gym, you've got to consider stuff like where you're going because of like what your competition's going to be, what your kind of
they have a lot of high level
what
guys,
sort of culture you're looking to create. But that gym's super established, right?
Yeah, I mean they have guys in Polaris. They have the Polaris. I don't know what it's called. There's like an undercard Polaris show. It's a Polaris something. They have guys on that as well.
Yeah, no, I've been meaning to train it there for a while because it is like it's a well known gym for a really good level and looks like a decent mat space, and also. It was the opening of that Bad Hand Coffee, right? That was why they did it.
That's what they did, yeah. So they're a Scramble gym.
Yeah.
And Scramble, like brand, I suppose Bad Hand Coffee launched it's a coffee shop up the road from the gym. It's about 10-minute walk.
So did you have to like let them know in advance? Because that mat space looked rammer, right? So how did it get like put on your radar? Because I'd seen it on social media and I knew I was away, so I hadn't floated the idea to any of you. And then you were like, "Oh, by the way, we're all going this weekend." I was like, "You fucking cunts!"
No, Rob I was actually it was Nogi on a Tuesday, and Rob had said to me, I was like, "I want to do something this weekend," because like the missus said she wasn't up to doing anything, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll go train somewhere." And then it was like, oh no, she was getting her hair done, so it's like, "Fuck it, there's." 5 hours like that. What am I going to do?
What are you doing to her hair?
I don't get involved in it. I don't like. Do you know what I mean? It looks fantastic. That's all I'll say. But
they pluck out the hairs individually.
So I just said it kind of lined up. Then Rob said that was going on. And I said, "Oh yeah, I'll have a look at that," because that, as you said, like that was somewhere on my radar that I thought we'd all head to as in the way day one time. So it was just like, yeah, let's go. Fuck it. So we said we get train down and train back, like, which would be easier, And then Squish missed the train because I don't know, some fucking strike or whatever. So me, Bobby, Lucas, and Rob went down the train, and Adam drove down after. He said, "Fuck it, I'm still going," because he doesn't do a lot of away days, and he's like, "I really want to go down with the boys," like, and that. So he went, and he came anyway. Yeah, he drove, and it was like you said, it was rammed, but. I wore like my green AMP gi, and I wore like I don't know, DJ and stuff doesn't really matter, but like it was just like a target because I'm going around a green gi, and like the owner of the gym, like the fella that runs it, Jeff, he said like, I have to have a roll with you, like you're coming down here wearing a green gi.
That's what. Remember when last we went to London Grapple, and I was like, wow, that's a statement. And you were like, why? And I was like, because you're going to be the only guy at the gym wearing a bright green gi with like some Irish embroidery on the back. I was like,
yeah, and like I got a roll with Ross Nichols and the other head coach there for the MMA. I can't think of his name.
Aidan.
No,
it's Aidan Woodhouse, isn't it?
No, it's the MMA coach. He's from Manchester. I can't think of his fucking name.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can't think of his name. But Matt something. But yeah. But anyway, so I got a roll with him. He just played with his food, like it was actually hilarious. You know, when like a black belt just takes his time with you and like picks you apart, and there's nothing you can do. Like it was just like that. So that
I like those rolls though.
And the first roll I had with Polish mate. Well, he mightn't have been Polish. He was Eastern European, but the way he rolled with me, I just now. If my coach is listening, I'm not having a go. I know I sent you that funny meme about Polish people floor rolling, but. Yeah, he just like fucking came in like fucking that, and like when you're in a different gym, when I like to go to a different gym, I don't like to turn it up, even if I'm getting beaten, because it's if I don't know the people, if I've made a bit of a rapport. And
I agree. I meant to talk about that in my section as well. It's like the mindset you go in with when you're. Yeah, we can talk about that when
well, actually, it's a good thing for an
sorry,
after
I keep interrupting you.
But no, sorry, I usually do that. We're switching roles today, but. Yeah, so he just like he caught me in a good Kimura, like he just fucking came in, and there's people everywhere, right? Like there's bodies literally like fucking 6 inches from you every way you look, so you have to watch your feet, you have to watch things, and like I'm watching my head, like, and like he doesn't give a fuck, but it's his gym, because like I would say, you know, this is your gym, like, oh yeah, before we roll slap bump back, and he gets me in a Kimura, and he just fucking lifts it, and I'm like, fucking hell, and I was like tap tap tap, like 3 verbal taps, like. And he's like, it's okay, mate, I wasn't going to snap him. I was like, you don't know where my snapping point is.
I've got very weak shoulders.
Yeah, man, like, you know I've tight shoulders. Like, if you want to fuck me up, look for a Kimura Americana, you'll tap me fucking 10 times out of 10, like. But, like, it was all, I said, no, it's all good. Like, I don't give a fuck either. Like, you know, then we went again, and, like, I don't know, did he catch me with a cross collar or something for a finish? But I did turn it up a small bit, but, like, not to the level of, like, giving it a go, like.
I'd only turn it up if I feel like I'm at risk of getting injured. That's when it's necessary. But it doesn't sound like with that guy you're going to.
No, to be fair, like there wasn't a room for people to be fucking you up either, and you know maybe it's a bit of my own.
It looked so honestly, mate. Like I'm gutted I missed it, but I think the mat being that, like some of the Saturdays we've been to London Grapple, the mat being that busy, it just.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Especially because it's not my gym, right? I don't want to like.
You're not going to blast someone, like blast over someone.
I've never tried to take that in my life. God pull us.
Excuse me.
God pull us for life. I'm sorry, there's a cough button right here, and I just let you cough through that.
I didn't even know we had a cough button.
I can mute you at any point.
Oh yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, okay. So I was just muted there. Okay, right. Learning things. We're growing as a podcast. But
no, I've known about all of this. I think it adds to our kind of rough around the edges sort of appeal. It's
lazy, unproduced podcast vibes.
The product is raw and uncut, brother. That's what people are looking for.
Yeah, but so just I'll do a quick recap. So basically, I got the granny smashed out of me by like everyone in the gym, and in gi I had only a couple of rolls, and I rolled with a couple of lads from our gym, which I fucking hate doing. I don't know why lads come. Like, we're in a pack mat, there's fucking 80 fucking people there, and lads that we go with are asking me to roll with them. We can do that at our gym. I'm not here to roll with you, mate. You know, like, you know, but at the same time, there was nobody else to roll with.
Sometimes though, like, I don't know, especially when you were not there, because that was like a large open mat with loads of different people dropping in, but sometimes when you're like a group of 3 of you or 4 of you are the only people at another gym, sometimes they're
to start the roll, maybe.
Sometimes the regulars
just look like you're rolling, but I rolled with one guy, I don't know the guy's names, but one guy seemed like a black belt and just like absolutely fucked me up twice. Another guy I rolled with, I should show him out, follow him on Instagram, but...
Was it gi or no gi or mixed?
I done both. I done an hour in the gi and then I took it off and I done an hour in the no gi.
How long was the mat open for?
It went past, it was 10 to 12, but it went past 12, and the guy Lucas fought on Collision.
No, I remember.
He's a member there, and him and a young like fucking 19, fucking maybe 16, who knows what. Man, they had a good roll, and that young fella definitely wasn't a black belt, and he took his back at one stage. Like, it wasn't for long. It was long enough to count to fucking 15 or whatever. They were flying in the air. They were because everyone emptied out early, try and get in the showers, and like I stayed on till the whole lot. Pussies to everyone that came with me. You all fucked off early, but I did the full fucking 2 hours, and it was good. And I rolled with one matey in Denogi, and he's actually a brown belt, and like he's been competing like in high level competition, and I almost had him in the guillotine. And like, this is what I was saying, like, about when you go to another gym, like, I probably could have tried to work it and tried to squeeze and crank, you know, like pull for all life in it. I was like, I tried, I felt it wasn't working, I just abandoned it.
Why though? Like, what are you going to get out of that if you get it?
No, but like, I'm saying, no, but what happened, no, because what I'm saying is,
the minute I let it go, cranking somebody's neck.
No, but I'm saying the minute I let it go, he goes, if you fell on your side there and pulled, I was fucked. You had that guillotine so tight. And I was like, you cunt. and then like 4 days later, I find him on one of the stories that Ippon had put up, and he's a brown belt. And I'm like, shit, man, I nearly guillotined like a fucking good level. And like, not, but then, this is what I was saying to you, like.
I guess it gives you a bit of confidence in your technique, doesn't it?
It does, but also, like, I feel like if you're a brown belt and you roll with someone lesser, because we'll say a brown belt is a good length of time in training, you can feel that they're less, and you mightn't go, like we say, I'm not going to go hard because it's your gym, and I'd leave go of that. Like, he mightn't have been going as hard, because it felt flowy for some, like, it didn't feel like a bad roll, and it just really kind of annoyed me when he says that, because like, I was like, but like I couldn't catch my fingers properly to pull the guillotine, and that's why I couldn't finish it. And I was like, I can't finish this. And he's like, if you just fell to your shoulder, and he's brown belt as well, so he probably knew how he could be finished. So like, I didn't know this at the time, but like you overanalyze a lot of this stuff, because like I love to guillotine anyone, you know what I mean? Fucking let's go, like. But it just afterwards it felt good. But no, great mat, great people, and like all the people I rolled with were from that gym. I didn't roll with someone that was on visiting. And I had just had a good experience. Like, everyone I rolled with, I had a fun roll with. I talked a bit of shit as well, just to break the ice, kind of like that. It's not, let's kill each other.
Is it not normally open to drop-ins? Do you have to give them, like, there's certain classes that you can't go to I'm pretty sure, like.
I think because of the bad hand thing, like this was, and they said like anyone, it's free for anyone.
Because that's what I was going to ask. Would you go back and?
Yeah, I go to a class.
Train again. But
I go to a class.
Because I was going to say I'd like to go back and train. Or I think I'd like to go and train there. It'd be good to, yeah.
When we left the gym,
I've got another mate that's got a gym just outside of Bournemouth. I don't know him well enough.
Yeah, but we'll go anywhere.
But I was going to say, Bournemouth's the sort of place where you could do a weekend down there. Just get like a cheap hotel and do a bit of jiu-jitsu and get on the piss. Not bad. But
that's what we did after. We went on the piss after, and because we went for something to eat after, and we went back in the car, and it was just like Squish wasn't drinking, like, so he was just like sober, listening to all of us fucking singing fucking the worst rap you've ever heard in your life. I can't, like, imagine me doing grime with my Irish accent, like. It's fucking.
Oh, bloody hell! Yeah, that's.
And then I think there was a video got sent, because now, to be fair, I got fairly loose. Like, I had because I had road beers on the way back as well, and I didn't realise he's going to kill me for this. Lucas North's hairline, those curls, like, it's not reflective of where the hair actually goes, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Because the video got sent to me of absolutely abusing him, and how he hasn't killed me after that, like, because I was like, oh, I kind of went a bit too far, so I just said I'm going to put it out there for the 50 people that listen. Wow.
Put it out for the world, man. Put it out there for the world. Oh, that sounds wicked. Yeah, gutted I missed it, but it sounds like a great open mat. Did you try any of the coffee? You're not really a coffee guy.
I don't drink coffee.
You don't drink coffee, you drink tea, my dear.
Rob actually bought a bag, so you'd have to.
Did he? I'll ask him. Shout out to the boys as well. Although I couldn't attend in person, they got me one of the bad hand rashies. Which
Rob did that as well.
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah. Rob was like, "Did you bring? Are you going to get Ken a rash?" And I was like, "You never even fucking asked me. I didn't even see that part of the chat." And he's like, "No, Ken wants a rash guard." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to get him one then," because he said ring Lucas and see if he got him one, because the boys, they left earlier than us, and they went up and got one, and then we met them after, and we had a few beers. It was a good day, and do you know what? It's days like that make you feel you know, like it's good to go somewhere and train. And like I got battered from start to finish. One guy in Nogi, I guillotined him about 5 times in the darts team, and he was brand new, and I didn't even go hard. Like I was just like, just don't put your head forward. I said, if you put your head forward, I'm going to guillotine you. Like that's how you get guillotined as a white belt. And he's like, he did it again. I was just like, I didn't even put it on hard, you know. It was just like, and then I was doing it like to where the point where like I just catch it, leave it go into another position, blah blah blah. But like this gym etiquette, like
I was going to say open mat etiquette. Yeah, it came up in the chat recently, and we said actually this isn't a bad thing to talk about.
If people are listening to this far,
fucking hell. Who cares? We don't do this for other people. If we did, we'd have stopped a long time ago.
Yeah, it's pure ego driven. We're fantastic.
I just enjoy speaking to you, mate.
Yeah, same as that.
But,
while we're sucking each other off, though.
Open mat etiquette, like. Yeah, I think that one of the big things I've realised in general since I've come back from surgery is, like, I trained too hard. Like
I could have told you that. You don't train too hard, mate. It's like if someone comes, this is like how I see you, how you train, and it's not like a hit on you or anything like that. You'll go with the same intensity as whatever intensity you normally go at. And if someone raises that intensity, you'll raise that intensity. But if someone fucks about and does something dick move, something cuntish, like you'll go above that. And then it all depends on where they go from there, how the rest of the roll kind of goes. And to be fair, like 90% of the people, it goes level for level and then it stops somewhere and it's fine.
We find an agreeable intensity and level out.
And then like there's the people that have fucking egos and like it's nothing to do with the skill of jiu-jitsu, it's something else and they want to go higher, and I think that's when you go like fuck this cunt and whatever happens. And I don't think I'm saying anything wrong or speaking out of turn here, but like it's not on you all the time, but like our coaches always said to us, as white belts, I remember this, and I think that's how I kind of don't really give a fuck about it, and I try not to let it get in the way. Now it's not that saying that I have never gone harder against someone I shouldn't have or turned it up in a way that I was a dick. Like I've been a dick once or twice, but generally I'm not. Like it's not my personality, it's not how I roll. But he's always said, don't turn up that intensity unless you want the same thing back. And he said that at white belt so many fucking times. Because like white belts, you're spazzy, you go fucking hard, and it's like you try and push your jaw into, like you think pushing your fist into someone's jaw is a thing of doom when they're just going to swing around and armbar you, you know. But instead of armbarring you, they might sweep you and then just lean on your fucking face with their shoulder, which you deserve, like, you know. And like all that gets knotted well out of the way when you make these mistakes at white belt and people let you learn, you kind of go, oh. But for some people, they get their blue belt and they continue training.
It's funny for him to say that when he rolls with the intensity of 1,000 suns.
Yeah, but like you deserve it, you know. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm actually getting cramping for standing, sitting. Fuck. But yeah,
well, I deserve it.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you deserve it. I'm just saying, you know, like it's like if you don't want that intensity, don't get it. And I don't think you ever raise the intensity first. I think someone has to piss you off in a way that you bring it up to their intensity, and I've seen it. Like I've fucking seen it. Like, you know,
that's interesting from the outside, because I don't know if I said this on the last podcast, but I heard on somebody else's podcast they were saying after training you should leave the mat more mentally tired than you do physically.
Oh yeah, you were talking about this.
I can't remember whether I said it on the recording or whether I just said it.
I think it was on Sunday. No, on Sunday. I think yesterday we were talking.
And I was like, "Fuck! I've been doing this wrong the whole time." And since I've come back from the surgery, that's one of the big things. Obviously, there are going to be times when I get physically tired, but most of the time, I'm trying to roll at intensity that I could do for an hour straight almost.
Yeah, but I don't think you've ever rolled. This is what I'm saying. I'm not having a go at you saying this shit. I'm saying.
Oh, mate.
I'm saying, like, I don't think your intensity is ever bad, but like, you're the kind of personification, we'll say, of what our coach said. Like, don't give this energy if you don't want it back, you know. And especially when it comes to levels as well. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're training longer than someone else and someone tries to give you, and you have more tools in your bag, we'll say, yeah, like our options to go to. And I think that's what it is. Because like me, I just get fucked and I'll go off the mat and sulk. Like sometimes 2 or 3 times I have turned it up to like, you know, where I've went, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. You know, I don't remember what they were because of a head like a sieve, and I just push things to the back.
It's more general etiquette we're talking about with open mats anyway. So
yeah, sorry, yeah, we're gone well off track. Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. But like you don't ever like push that. But like if you're in a gym, we're talking about our home gym where that gets raised. If you're in an away day gym, when that gets raised, I just go into defense mode. I'm like, I ain't playing this game. I'm going to stall. I'm not about to, like, nothing comes good from us, because, like, this is why we can go to other gyms in real life, because we don't fucking fuck about in other gyms. But there's nothing to be gained from going to another gym and raising that intensity on someone that trains in that gym, because you're just going to be thought of as a cunt, and like they never want you or the people you came with around there again.
It's also like, bearing in mind that this is practice, right? What we're doing in the gym, like if you compete, that's where.
But open mat is like, let's have fun at someone else's gym.
Yeah, but it's still a form of practice, right? Like it. In almost any other sport, barring, because combat sports have got that physical fight element, that ego element to them. In any other sport, if you were trying to win at practice, like it's just the dumbest thing, right? You know, if you I used to play rugby as a kid, and like if you like, you know, like you're doing kind of drills and stuff as a team to like, you know, work on passing or something like that.
I love that you brought up rugby.
If I was trying to win that as a kid, like. People, like everyone else, the coach and everyone would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And it's weird that like we don't, and that's really kind of I've never really gone to away day open mats with a goal of I want to win or I want to smash people. I'm like, I want to have some fun. I want to have some fun. I want to like play some jiu-jitsu against some different games. and see if my game works. How my game fits into this. Like,
but it ain't never a comp role, like.
No, but
and like the thing. Something came up there.
That should be your mindset whenever you're training anywhere, and I think the biggest thing for me is that like
people that know you like will say, just say, sorry to cut across you, but like your injury and stuff, people know you've been out, yeah. So if you were like, we're never ever trying to kill each other, but if someone went in and did something to your knee, 8 weeks after knee surgery, when everyone knows you're not, like, where's Ken been? This kind of, you know, like. Fuck them.
I'd probably act emotionally, Michael.
This is where we were talking about the intensity has been raised.
I see what you were angling for. But yeah, you're right. I you know, like wrist locks are a little bit triggering for you.
Oh man, it's not triggering. It's the jumping on them, and it's like actually on Sunday, right? It happened, right? One of the lads he's a blue belt lad, and he was a Brazilian guy, and he was showing a wrist lock and a white belt to Steve. And he's like, "Do you see you can just wrist lock him from here?" And it's like, "You're like a wrist lock and white. You love wrist lock and white belts. You good." And then we had a roll, and his hand was just like caught on my knee. His elbow was, and like I don't ever put wrist locks on because I to be honest, I'm not actually I don't do them enough to be technically proficient at them, so I'm like I could actually injure someone because I don't know how their wrist goes. So I just pushed his wrist gently, and I said, "You like wrist lock and white belts?" And he laughed and I laughed, and then I left it off. Like, do you know what I mean? But like, wrist locks and foot locks are something that's for me, like I just. And it kind of touches on the subject of this open mat away days.
I was going to say about this because I think that's something that, especially if you're at a gym where you don't know. Like, look, our gym's got a massive fucking rule board on the wall in terms of what's expected out of you, and like, so you know, you've not got really an excuse for going in there and saying, "Oh, I didn't know what the rules were." But like, there are lots of gyms where you go in and you don't have that expectation. So like, if I'm rolling with someone I've never met before, and this is definitely like, I've learnt this from my time in Morocco. It was like, I should have really, before I go into a roll with someone, and just assuming like, and like, I'm a blue belt, right? Like, I shouldn't have assumed that this guy was going to... The main reason I didn't say to him that my leg had surgery, like I'd had recent knee surgery, was because I was like, I'm a blue belt. He's not going to try and knee bar me because, like, we're rolling in the gi. Like, you know, we're probably... The worst I've got to defend on my legs is a straight foot lock, so I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And like, whereas I should have clarified, not just assume that knowledge. It's a... Like,
some higher belts do like to work the illegal moves on the lower belts, which I don't mind, and like obviously you don't mind either. Like, but I suppose it's that perception of we don't know each other, and it's like you say. I suppose communication is key, isn't it? Like, it's such a fucking glossy statement that like people just go, yeah.
How corporate of you, Mike?
Yeah, it's just for me to be saying that as well.
But
like,
no,
I'm like, well,
it is important. Like, also, I think at the level of around talking about your injuries, talking about like, you know, if somebody starts going for techniques you don't feel comfortable defending, like, let's say it's a no-gi roll and people are like fishing for heel hooks and actually putting them on, like not catch and release. Like, if you don't know how to defend that, there's a chance you blow your own knee to pieces. So.
Yeah, because
probably say to them when you feel them first go for the footlock, oh, by the way, sorry, the heel hook, by the way, I'm not comfortable defending those, so do you mind if we don't do that in this row? And then they can say, actually, I'm not...
You actually get blue belt competitions for like invitationals where blue belts will agree not to heel hook.
Yeah.
That's a thing, like, you know, and like the reason it came up my head because we were going to talk about it anyway, because I had, like, what had happened to me and stuff, but... There was a guy who I've rolled with previously, and he had his ACL done at an away day, and I was
just dropping into another gym.
I'm not sure the specifics because I'm not friendly with the guy. I follow him on Instagram because we rolled with him once, and he smashed the absolute granny out of me, like, at an open mat. That was about.
We have to. Sorry. It's been a long day, brother. Everything's just clicked in line. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's about 18 months ago or something like that. And, you know, like, he's a good size, bigger. Like, I'm an 85 kilos, but I'm a fat 85 kilos. Like,
yeah,
he's a good 94,
I was going to say, the sort of person
92.
That would maybe compete at under 99 sort of thing.
Yeah, but he's juiced to the absolute tits, like, and I don't care. Like, if you know who you are, like, send me tests. I don't know. I've taken juice. I know what these guys look like. But that doesn't bother me, yeah? I don't give a fuck if you juice or not. I will juice in the future. It's not something I care about. But this guy is like, he's like a Greek Adonis, yeah? He's fucking looks in phenomenal shape. And I was like, just blue belt, maybe a year in, I don't know. We smashed the granny out of me anyway. And like, in a fucking way that like you reminded me because my memory's dog shit. I just remember he smashed. I
remember it like watching around because it was like one of those where we were. It was the first time I was doing an open mat at that gym, and like not all of the regulars there wanted to roll with everyone. A lot of them were just rolling with each other.
And they were drop-ins as well, him and his mate.
And so there'd be rounds where we were sat out, and I remember sitting out and being like, "Fucking hell, this geezer's giving Mike a good working."
But what you said was like, when I came off the mat, I was like, I don't think he likes me.
You came and sat next to me and was like, I don't know what I did to that fella, but I don't think he likes me.
Yeah, and it's just like I moved on from that, clearly not because you know, but that I was able to remember it so quickly. But this guy went to training somewhere. I don't know the situation. I don't know any of it. And he got his ACL fucked. And he's like, if you're going to go to an open mat, why are you rolling with this intensity? And he said like the guy asked him to look after his leg. And like I never had a conversation with him like that. But like, don't be fucking on social media preaching about, oh, be nice to people in roles when you do the same fucking thing. And I'm not going to call him out because it's not bullshit. I think it's just a lesson for people to learn, like, because like we're saying about intensity matchings and like in your home gym and stuff like that, that like if you go to another gym, like just be fucking nice, like, do you know what I mean? Don't smash the granny out of someone. If someone falls accidentally or something happens, like, this shit's going to happen in jiu-jitsu regardless. I've need fucking 3 people in our gym in the head. I've got knee in the head and split my whole fucking eye open.
I think it's more than that, bruv, but like probably 3 badly.
Yeah, but like, well, okay, Abdul had had dizzy spells for about 2 weeks. Yeah, Seb's eye blew up like fucking something crazy. Like, I felt really bad about that.
Benny got a full-on concussion.
Yeah, okay.
Where he forgot to put his handbrake on.
Like, I'm laughing about it now, but like there are people I know, and that wasn't anything intentional. I just rolled normally with them, and like, that just speaks to my spazzy run. So you can't say that someone did something to you when you went to roll and fucking absolutely fucking gave every fucking bit of pressure and everything to a guy that was lesser than you, you know, and smaller than you, and then you're giving out about this. And it's just something I wanted to bring up because I think like people just need to be nicer.
Yeah, I think that's it. Going with the mindset of that you want to have fun and play some jiu-jitsu rather than like you want to go in and like
especially if you don't know anyone,
get a workout, and you know, communicate throughout. Like, don't, You don't expect what you said to one guy at the beginning of the session to be known by everyone at the class. If there's an injury you're looking after, make sure everybody knows that before the roll. And if there's something that you're not comfortable on, or you want to work on something specific, make sure you just let people know that. And the other thing is something that...
If you want a comp roll, don't go to an open mat.
Yeah.
Unless
go to a comp class where you can be sure that everyone's on the same page as that.
Yeah, or like if you...
Because it's no fun being the guy that... like I've been at the other end of that spectrum where I don't want a comp roll because I've just competed the weekend before and I end up rolling with someone that regularly I will have comp rolls, level rolls with, but I'm not in the mood for it that day, and we hadn't spoken about it. And I ended up having a thoroughly unpleasant experience for 6 minutes whilst I get, like, you know, pulled into a role that is a higher intensity than I wanted. And the other thing that I was going to say is there's something that I actually want to work on myself is if I feel a role getting out of my control where it's getting to an intensity level that I'm not comfortable with, tap and move up. Say, sorry, mate.
I'm not going to say any names, but that was a story I heard second-handedly that happened, and the guy just stopped and he said, no, I ain't fucking doing this, and just left the role.
Yeah.
Because something happened which was like accidental, and the other guy lost the plot, and the guy that like done the accidental thing just said, whoa. And like I've never had so much respect to hear about. Now I've heard that story secondhand. I wasn't there.
Yeah, no, like that's something I want to, because from tapping onto what you said earlier, if that had happened to me,
you would have went up again.
I'd have been like, all right, now we're fucking having it, son.
But that's what I'm saying, like and these are different mindsets.
The mature thing to do, especially when you're practicing, this isn't a competition. This is all practice.
Yeah, but it's fucking fun, man. Yeah. Open mat should be fun, yeah? I like to go to a fucking gym and I'll fucking chat absolute codswallop to some fella if he's fucking me up. If I'm fucking him up, you won't hear me very, very vocal, yeah? I'll be very proud of myself, but I'm not going to, like, give him a comp roll either, you know? And it's just, I don't know, it's just, I suppose communication just needs that more in jiu-jitsu. No, it's sure. Like, you know, I don't want it to get like as to the faggotry level as we have to ask for consent. Imagine now, like in this day and age, it's like, you know, like, I don't know how it worked when you were, like, I had no game at all, but when you were younger, and like you pull a girl and you might be lucky that she might want to have sex, and like, now you have to go, have I got consent? Jesus Christ. So now you have to ask for consent to fucking...
Slapping a bump is consent as far as I'm concerned. So slap...
In which way? Was that before?
I'll leave that intentionally ambiguous. I tell you what, bro, we'll get into the questions next week because it will give us something to talk about. We're at 1 hour and 10 now and I've got to scuttle on. Is there anything else you wanted to get into in the last little bit?
Yeah, just a funny thing, like you were talking about the rugby. Do you know what pubs are doing now? Just like to talk something not jiu-jitsu. So, you know the way they don't like you to wear peak caps inside pubs now? It's like a kind of a thing. I don't know, in some pubs, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They always make me either put mine backwards or put it on my belt.
Put it backwards?
Yeah.
It's still on your head?
Yeah, I think it's because CCTV, if it's up higher angle and you have the peak cap out, you can keep your head down and it's tough to ID your face.
Oh, fuck. All right. That just blew, like, the complete... I was just going to call it faggotry. Like, I just wanted an excuse to faggot on this podcast.
Just looking for excuses to keep using that. Like, I'm glad...
I'm going to, like, if you had Mike saying faggot on your bingo card, like, cross it off.
I don't know why you find it so funny.
I don't know. I want to bring it back. I think it's, like, one of these words you can bring back. And I'm not using it in a derogatory way.
In the Simpsons context.
Yeah, it's like a bundle of sticks.
Alone we are a single weak twig, but together we're a mighty...
Also, have you watched Beast Games?
Nah, bro.
Man, I'm telling you, if you ever want to see, like, the woke American things, like this is the best thing to ever watch. And
I've got no interest in that, so...
No, it's so cool, like, to see how people... It's like an experiment of people, like if you had a chance to take 1 million, just three, like there's one part where there's three people and they
is that the team thing?
Yeah, man,
where they can make a bigger, smallest team as they want.
It's like Squid Games, but it's like Mr. Beast.
I might be thinking of something different.
And it's like, man, like they just, and then they all cry. Like Americans are crying, like you are my friend. They know him about 2 weeks, like. It's the maddest thing ever. If you want to watch some woke bullshit, like, and really see, like, I don't know, I'd recommend watching it. I'm kind of hooked because it's just. This explains. It's like acting, like, of. Do you know how people act? Like, do you know the way they play up to these stereotypes or whatever, like that. Oh, we look after each other and blah blah, and they act, and then you see what they're like really, like, because there's cameras on them 24/7. Like, it's just the funniest thing ever, and I find it so fucking weird because it wouldn't happen in like an Irish society or an English society. Like, you'd be called out for your shit immediately, and it's just like they're like no, and they're all hugging and kissing, and then it's like next thing I'm gonna just screw you over. Like, it's that kind of a thing where it's fun, but like it annoys the fuck out of me because people are just so I don't know, like,
people are fake.
Yeah, but to a level like where it's not even funny. Like, it's like it carries on. Like, there's these 3 people like could have just taken $1 million and left if they hit the buzzer, like, and they didn't, and then everyone loved them and they went into their 3 teams, and then at the end the guy tried to screw someone over, and they're like it's just, I don't know, it's something that recommend. I watch so much TV, I reckon I have to say something about something from TV.
You have to plug something. Like, yeah. All right,
I think you should watch it.
I'm never going to watch it.
I didn't think it was worth watching, but I do watch it. But back to jiu-jitsu stuff. I will have new rash guards coming out in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, so you're going to put them on all the socials again, yeah? Just advertise it through the Degen page and your page?
I probably don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. If I can sell 10.
You've got
I need to sell 10.
Yeah, that's
fine. I need to sell 10 at least. But I reckon if I can get them...
Have you got a Shopify set up?
I had, but I was paying £25 a month and I didn't sell one. So that cost me £100 as well. So... I don't know. Someone give me some business advice.
This podcast, I'll give you some business advice.
Don't make rash guards.
Quit now.
Quit
while you're behind, Michael.
Do you know what? I actually have, I bought the Scramble reversible one, and that's the coolest idea for rash guard I ever had. But considering people don't buy one of my rash guards, I can't imagine they buy 2 bad ones back to back. I think that is so cool, but I'll just make them for myself. Yeah. I'm just going to make rash guards for myself, lose money, and I'd say I'm going to end up giving them away for free, like I did with... Oh, sorry, fucking bombshell. Right, okay, I forgot about this. I know you were on time. I'm just going to take 5 minutes. Who did I give it to? Superfire Gym?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Superfire Gym, yeah. I'm just going to make an assumption, yeah, and say you're a bunch of cunts, right? I hope it gets sent to you, because I gave them rash guards in good faith that they'd be given to people that needed them for... something that the government was funding, you know, and people that couldn't afford rash guards, and I gave 22 or whatever it was away. See some fucking PT.
One of their coaches as well.
I didn't know he was a coach. Doing his fucking box jumps, the fucking faggot. I'm gonna go again. No, man, fuck this. Like, if you give something in good faith to someone like that, and it to help a community, sorry, I'm just playing with my phone because it actually fucking upsets me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and not even one Instagram fucking post either, like, to say thanks for the rash guards or anything. You know, it's you know, fuck those people, like, do you know what I mean? Fuck the whole lot. I know this is nothing to do with you, yeah, this is fucking me on my own.
I agree. Other than
obviously the derogatory terms,
other than the slur words against the homosexual community, I am completely on board with that. Like, if you've done something out of the goodness of your... Like,
it's fair line, man. I
want to know. I want to know the full story, because obviously, if they have just been given out to members at the random.
Here, he's a PT. Yeah, the idea was that the government had given him a grant to do things. Then they said it wasn't going ahead. Then they did something after saying whatever. But like, the idea was that you give it to someone that needed it. Yeah. PTs ain't short of fucking money, right? And your man's going around with one of my misspelt rash guards, right? Which, whatever. Like, I would have given it to so many other people. I thought I was doing something for. I would have sent it back home. I would have brought it home and given it to a fucking gym home. I gave it to a gym in Redden, yeah. I have no connection to Redden, only Matt House. I would have given it free to every member of Matt House. So many people asked me for those rash guards, yeah. The Palestine ones and stuff like that I could have given it to people that actually didn't care about spelling and wanted to wear the rash guard, yeah. I gave it to someone that I thought was going to do well and fucking was going to help a community. Like, me doing something good. Yeah, and it says to me no end, man.
I'm interested to hear the full story rather than just make an assumption off of one Instagram post. Because it might be that, right, he was taking the rash guards to a bunch of...
He's nothing to do with the people I gave the rash guards to.
Let me finish my part before.
Sorry.
Because I know that he trains out of there regularly, and he's done some of his pro fights under some of his Muay Thai fights under Superfire Muay Thai Gym. So it might have been that there was a bunch of children that were starving, impoverished, and just wanted to start martial arts, and he carried the rash guards to them through brambles and fire. And whilst he was doing that, his clothes burnt away. so he took it. He was like, but these kids like really need these rash guards. So he carried them all the way on this arduous journey. And when he got there, his clothes were all but tatters. And they were like, well, you've brought us all these rash guards. You must clothe yourself for your return home. And they gave him a single rash guard to take back. So it might be that...
Them Bob Marley rash guards are sweet as well. Like.
It might be that all of the good ones, like the majority of them, made it to the people that they were intended for. But he just needed that one to clothe himself on the way home. And rather than throw it away once he got home, he decided to get good use out of it to commemorate the nice thing you'd done for these impoverished children.
I mean, I don't know. Like, look, I just thought it would go to someone that couldn't afford a rash guard. I didn't care who it was or what age they were. I mean, most of them were medium and large. Okay, so they were going to go to like an adult-sized person. But I don't know, it just felt disingenuous. And I actually haven't messaged them over. So this is me having no facts, jumping to all these conclusions, because I don't want to even have that conversation. I was like, I gave them away, fuck it, whatever happened. But fuck you.
Well, if anyone's got the full story on those rash guards, please do reach out and we'll get you on. We'll have anyone on, honestly. As always, guys, I'm sure he probably doesn't want to be associated with us anymore, but too bad for you, Danny Mouse. It's
Salt and Storm.
Yeah, saltandstorm.co, Salt Degen for 10% off. If you go on their Instagram, you'll probably get a better discount code because for some reason he publishes them regularly. That's better than his affiliate code. So kind of a losing bet, but he's a good fella and they're good designs.
Yeah,
as I mentioned,
they're really good, yeah.
Amore.the brand as well if you want some more like relaxed festival clothing. Fresh out of Morocco. Anything you wanted to end on?
If you wanted to train Muay Thai in Redden, probably try Tiger Muay Thai.
Tiger?
I don't know, it's not super fire, is it?
It's not here, is it?
I think they've one in up the road, no?
They've got MBT.
Yeah, MBT. Train at MBT.
And if you want to check your facts, come to me, not Michael.
Yeah.
On that note, everybody, play it to your nan.